My name is Charlene Wall, and I have to tell you that when I came here, I had high expectations. I have come under a lot of scrutiny from folks that I've networked with all over Texas for the last 4 years. Even actually some folks who are telling me that for me to be willing to see the cup half full and to work with elected officials, I'm just a horrible person. Now, I have a philosophy in that I believe the best in people, but once you show me who you are, I believe you. I'm real disappointed in one aspect, in that I'm not sure, and correct me if I'm wrong, but nowhere in the paperwork online did I see where we had a choice to have our comments read into the record. Now, we sat here through 3 long letters that are already in the record, and on the PUC website. I'm just curious as to why the common folk like me weren't made aware that we could have our comments read into the record, because I absolutely have one that I'm filing today that should have been read into the record. Now, I don't have time to do that, so I'm not going to do it. Now, when I first got into this, it actually was about privacy issues. From there, it became more along the line, I'm more focused on the health issues. Now, at this point, because of my own, because of the incident that happened to me on December the 2nd, I am more interested at this point on the violation of my safety. Now, the Gestapo installation tactics that these utility companies are using, I cannot imagine that you guys would put up with it. I literally had a supervisor from the installation company telling the installer to push me out of the way and install the meter. Now, I'm gonna say this. I 100% agree with everything that Thelma said, and also Cindy Carriger. Absolutely. You folks need to get the facts. There's a group that has put together some information will be presented to you today. We don't want an opt-out. Why should I have to opt out of something that is not even legal? It's not mandated. It is suggested. So I'm not for an opt-out. As far as an opt-in, I've heard talk about that. Hey, if you're going to opt in, give the people the information about the health risks so that they can make an intelligent, informed decision before they opt in. Now, what I'm calling for, and I'm going to tell you, the health issues, these headaches, it's a fact. In my entire life, I've probably had 4 headaches, but since the meters were installed all around me, and I do not have one, I have now been waking up with headaches in the morning for ever since March. I am calling for an immediate moratorium with an independent study. I don't mean a study by the utility companies. I mean an independent study. I believe after some of the expert witness today, I believe once you hear from Curtis Bennett, I hope all of you will listen, because this man is not a politician. He's not a political activist. This is his job. This is what he does every day. He works with utility companies, talking to them and instructing them on the liabilities of these smart meters. There's a lot of proof out there, folks, and more is coming out every day. I implore you, please look at the documented research. Look at the documented information that we have to give you people. That's all we're asking. And then, again, I'm calling for a moratorium and a study done on these meters. I can't go and buy a dryer, a hair dryer, an appliance, or anything that is not tested. These meters are not tested.
I'd like to set off the key factor that I believe is being represented here. You have this room, the overflow rooms of people who do not have a dog in this show. These are citizens who are here to express their concern, and they are not ignorant of the real truth. One of the points that I'd like to make is that there are medical associations. The American Association of Environmental Medicine has come out with several documents that have stated that these are horrible devices that are causing bleeding eyes, various other things, 45 documented cases of 45 documented issues that the medical profession has. Just recently, last week, the American Association of Pediatrics has come out and said exactly the same thing. Doctors are not crossing over on these two boards. The other points that I wanted to make is that we have documented, and what we'll present to the board is we have documented hundreds and hundreds of cases across the United States and in Texas of medical issues, of documented medical issues that have been submitted for evidence in PUC hearings across the nation. The other point is that there is no utility that I have spoken to, and I've spoken to Encore, CenterPoint, and so forth, that will give us a written guarantee that these meters are safe or they are secure. The other point is that when I stated to the Encore's senior vice president that if they only submitted these meters to UL Underwriters Laboratory testing, they would put an end to this dispute. And they said, well, we don't have to, because they're a commercial product. Well, that's their definition. That's why they haven't done that. The other thing is that I'm hearing time and time again from the people who have a vested interest in this industry that these are beneficial to me, but it is denying me my right to choose. I have a liberty that was granted to me under the Constitution that states unequivocally that I shouldn't have to be submitting to a tyrannical government edict where I have no choices. The key point on 2129 is to promote the changes and the choices of each and every citizen. The last point that I'd like to make is that I've been in the computer industry for 40 years, and I guarantee you there is nothing wireless that is secure. I can find hackers that can hack into these things. In Arizona, they're already experiencing hackers going in and shutting down grid patterns. These are not secure, no matter what you hear from the vested interest. Think of the people here. Each and every one of the people in these three rooms are people who have researched the problems, have talked to the people, have understood, and I have had 6 hours of debates with the Encore and CenterPoint people, and they have lost every one of those debates based upon facts that I'm presenting to you today. I appreciate you as commissioners, but I also know that you are citizens that are going to have to be submitting to this also. And I hope that you will understand that there's a need to recognize truth in the facts, not emotions, not anything other than the reality of what's being presented to you in this binder. And it does not duplicate anything that you've gotten before. Do you have any questions of me?
Thank you.
Thank you.